Hi and welcome to In the Chair. I'm Brenton Garen, your Executive Editor of Westside today. I'm joined by LA City Councilman Paul Koretz, who is here for part 2 of our interview. Paul, thanks for joining us today.
Well, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Let's talk briefly about the extension of the Purple Line. Can you tell me sort of how passionate of a project is that and how important is it to the Westside, including your district, Century City?
Well, I think it's critical that the Westside get covered because it makes an exponential improvement. Every time you can get to a place that you need to go to frequently by transit, you're more likely to start to use that as an alternative to the private automobile. And I do believe LA residents will use the transportation system, but it's got to be a real alternative. Now, for us to really make this a transit system that got to all parts of LA, if we used our current technology, it would probably take 50 years. There is another technology which I would like to see us use and link up to our current transit, which is called PRT, or Personalized Rapid Transit. It's basically small vehicles that are automated, 4- and 6-seat cars. They're an above-ground track, and so you go to a station, you get in the car, sort of like Disneyland, and off you go, no waiting. And you program in your destination, and you just keep moving. It's sort of like the freeway if everyone could be bumper to bumper and go 60 miles an hour. And it costs probably 5% of what a subway costs per mile. Could be built. You could build out an entire system probably in 5 years. So it's different enough that people have been hesitant to take a look at it. But I think once we get to that point, we'll be able to put transit all over Southern California for a minimal amount of money.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back in 15 seconds after this short message from our sponsor.
Located in the heart of Century City, Breeze Restaurant at the landmark Hyatt Regency Century Plaza Hotel offers farm-to-fork cuisine in a chic, upscale environment. For Thanksgiving, diners will create their own fall-into-flavor holiday dinner experience with executive chef Felix Napoli's multi-course buffet, featuring countless traditional and modern delights.
Let's just talk about development briefly. There's a lot happening in Century City and the Westside. We've had some groundbreakings and there's obviously projects coming up. What do you think the current level is? Is there not enough? Is there too much? Or do you think we're on the right scale for what we have for the future?
Well, Century City was designed to be almost a second downtown. And with relatively modest traffic impacts, I believe a few things have been approved or are being built in Century City. There's the 10,000 Santa Monica project. They worked with their neighbors. They wound up having no opposition at all. Everyone went hand in hand, and it's under construction and a significant size project. Westfield is redoing their shopping areas and planned office tower, and they actually reduced their office tower from I think it was 29 stories to 15 stories. So that's actually a reduction in trips, et cetera, to that tower. There's the JMB project, which will wind up linking up with the subway once that's built in the middle of Century City. That was originally approved for 2 pretty dense residential towers. Instead, it's going to be 1 commercial tower. It also brings a lot of mitigations for the area that's been hit the hardest by traffic, which is the Beverlywood area.
And finally, can you share what part of the district you live in and what you love most about it?
Well, I live near the Beverly Center. I'm right where you're in between the Beverly Center, the Grove, and Beverly Boulevard and 3rd Street. And that's certainly some of the best shopping you can find anywhere in LA. And you can walk to almost anything that you need. So it's a great walkable, very high retail and restaurant area, and I love being there.
Fantastic. Well, Paul, we appreciate your time to come and talk to us today.
Well, my pleasure. Be happy to come back anytime.
Fantastic. We'll be back next week, so don't forget to check out westsidetoday.com to see who's in the chair. I'm Brenton Garen for Westside TV.